Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. It is a beautiful Tuesday episode, man. Hope you guys' weekend was long and relaxing. Hope you guys had a good time if you came out to the streams and all that good stuff. Yeah, man. We have a good episode lined up for you guys. Hope you guys are ready for the beautiful episode. You're probably going to work right now being like, God damn it, man. I wish I didn't have to go to work today. I feel you on that. All right, without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Today's thread is what screams I have a crush on you. Oh, baby. All right. What screams I have a crush on you? They sit next to you all the time. This girl used to sit by me in college. I was late that day, so I just took the last open seat on the bench/desk. I was sad and disappointed. She was smarter than me in this class. I looked around after class to try to see if we could catch up for a moment after class. I turned around to scan the room. I looked directly past her as she stared at me, and she was waving at me. Jessica had gotten a haircut, and I didn't recognize her. Oh, that's crazy. That's some crazy shit. That is facts, though. You know, but it's weird though, because it's like not all the time. Like for a dude, yes. Like ladies, if you know, and you ladies probably already know this, because women are very good at like picking up on signals and picking up on signs, like when a guy likes them and shit. But a guy definitely will do that. A guy will always, like, whenever you guys are in the little friend circle and stuff, they want to stand next to you. They want to sit next to you. They want to be as close as they can to you. For girls though, sometimes that's true. Sometimes I've noticed they like to sit across from you, or they like to sit where they can like be, you know, like right in front of you, if that makes sense. That's kind of what I've noticed more when it comes to women, is that they kind of like to sit where they're in your line of sight more often than not. So, but I mean, I'm sure there are some girls that do that. They like to sit next to the guy, and, you know, they like to be as close as they can to him. Definitely when you're like walking, they like to walk next to you and stuff. So, all right, what screams I have a crush on you? My sister's friend told me that I could do laundry at her house. When my washing machine broke, I started a load and went to do some other errands. And when I came back, she had already had them in the dryer and folded up. Oh, damn. Damn. That was your sister's friend? Hey, man, you know, that right there, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd marry her too. Shit. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm telling you, women don't realize that for a dude, it's as simple as acts of service. Yeah, I can't stand women who feel like acts of service to the guy that they're dating is like some form of slavery, or it is just like super frowned upon to do something for your guy. You know, like washing his drawers is probably like the most romantic thing you could ever do for him. You know, like vacuuming his apartment is literally one of the nicest things you can do for a dude. Tidying up his workspace, you know, is like one of the fucking nicest things you could do for a dude. You got to realize, for guys, girls don't do shit for us. You know, they don't do shit just out of the kindness of their hearts, like how guys do nice shit for girls all the time. We don't get that. So when you do acts of service, I ain't gonna lie to you, it means the world. And I mean the world for a guy. Like, and that's why I always tell women, I'm like, you guys have it easy when you like a guy. Reason being is because the best way, and I mean the best way, to tell a guy that you like him is to do acts of service for him. to do things for him. If you notice that, he likes a certain snack or something like that, buy it for him one day. You know what I mean? If you notice that, he's struggling with a little something, help him out with it. Even if you don't know what's going on, try. You know what I mean? You failing alongside him only creates a bond between you guys. Whatever acts of service it is, and say you have a crush on the dude and he doesn't know, or he's just kind of dense or oblivious or whatever, I'm telling you, doing acts of service for him, he is going to be like, wait a minute. He's going to be like, I like you. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, women don't even have to say that they like a guy to the guy. They could just do acts of service for him because the guy understands that she's most likely not doing this for other guys. The fact that she's doing this for me probably means something. There's something to this, and so that's why I always tell women, I'm like, bro, if you like a guy, just do acts of service for him. Anything. Anything. Like I said, it's as small as, you notice he likes a certain candy or whatever, buy that for him. Make him some tacos one day, make him some lunch. It's not that hard. And that's why it really upsets me when, there are girls out there that feel like doing an act of service for your guy or a guy that you like or whatever is slavery, or they feel like, oh no, he can go make a sandwich himself. Oh no, he can do this himself. No, it's like, bro, do acts of service for your guy, especially if he's a good dude. You know what I mean? If he's a good dude, he's taking care of you, he's making you feel loved and safe and all that good stuff. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. 'Cause I guarantee you that him seeing her wash those clothes, he was like, that right, I want that right there. All right, what screams I have a crush on you? A bunch of people have said laughing at your jokes, but I think a better one is when something funny happens, they look at you to see if you're laughing too. Facts. I subconsciously do this all the time. I won't lie to you, I subconsciously do this. Sometimes, if I find a girl attractive in, like, I wouldn't even say the friend group, but just say, we're hanging out or whatever with people, and I happen to say something funny, I will immediately avert, like, my eyes to the girl that I find attractive to see if she laughed. And if she laughs, I'm like, yes, I do this all the time subconsciously, and it's one of those things I don't even realize I'm doing it, but I do it. Oh, it's all bad, but, it is what it is, But yeah, that's facts. What screams I have a crush on you? When their friend asks if you like them, or when your friend asks if you like somebody or you have a crush on somebody. I've had that happen a few times to me. I was oblivious. I remember there was this one girl, her friend that came up to me and was just like, hey Aaron, what's up? And I was just like, hey, how's it going? And she was just like, I have a question. And I was like, what's up? And she was just like, oh, are you dating anybody? Do you like anybody? And I was just like, no, not really. And she was like, oh, okay, cool. And then I didn't know that her friend had like a thing for me or whatever. And we never dated because she never said anything. So I was just like, oh, well, I mean, damn. If you would have told me, then maybe something would have worked out. But nope, she never said anything, and nothing ever happened between us. And I was so oblivious to that. I was like, ah. So, it's never happened since where, a girl's friend would come up to me and be like, hey, are you into anybody? That hasn't happened since, but I remember the first time it did, the first and only time it happened to me, I was oblivious. I was like, oh, man. If I would have known, you know what I mean? Yeah. Okay. What screams I have a crush on you? Always knowing where they are in the room with you, just feeling their presence and being hyper aware of what they are doing. That is so facts. Because when I like a girl, I am very just, I don't know. I feel, how would you say it? It's weird because you just kind of know. Okay, I'm going to say it like this. When I like somebody, I tend to want to know the ins and outs of their life, like things they frequently like to do, things they frequently like to eat, things they frequently like to be a part of, whatever the case may be. So that way, whenever I am asked about that person, a lot of times I can almost tell where they are, what they're doing, just because I am so interested in you that I want to know the ins and outs of your life. And I want to know the things that you're into and the things you like to do, the things you frequent, the things you enjoy, whatever it may be. And like I said, when people ask me about that said person, then I'm just like, oh yeah, she's probably doing this, or she's probably doing that, or, oh, we had talked and she said she was doing that. You know what I mean? And so I like to be so in tune with a person to the point where it's just like, I know genuinely what they're about, what they're doing, like at any part of the day, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, that's just how I am when I like a girl. That's how you can tell that I like somebody romantically, is if I am getting to know like the ins and outs of her life. Because if I'm just friends with a girl, I really won't ask her those kind of questions. I'll kind of be very like vague. Like, sure, I'll get to know you, but I'll be very vague with a lot of questions. But if I like you, I'm going into depth. I'm going into real big detail of every little thing in your life, to the point where I really know the ins and outs of your life. Because I also look at it like, when I start dating you, I kind of want to be a part of your life as much as I would hope you would want to be part of mine. So the things that I'm doing, the things that I got going on, you would want to be a part of that, or you would at least understand that, this is what he's doing, this is why he's doing it. And vice versa. It's like, I can either be a part of what you're doing, or I understand why you're doing what you're doing, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. That's just me, but yeah, this is definitely facts. Okay, what screams I have a crush on you? Was at an office bowling party, happened to show up at the same time as her, bowled with her, got snacks with her, etc. Almost never left her side. Never thought about how close we were sticking to each other. It felt so easy and natural to stay close to each other. At the end of the party, she offered to give me a ride back to my car. It took me 2 hours after that to realize that I had a heavy crush on her, and 48 hours to realize that she might have one on me as well. Ooh-wee. Oh, damn. She did. 9th date is Saturday. Hey. That's how you do it, man. It's funny because I don't think people have crushes anymore. Like back in my day, let me get my bifocals and my cane out real quick. Because back in my day, it felt like people had crushes a lot more. There was that one person where they hang out with all the time, or, there was somebody that they just get along with so fucking well. You're just like, dang, I like them so much. I want to be with them. You know what I mean? I just don't think it's like that anymore. Dating moves far too fast, to the point where you don't really develop a crush on somebody. It's just a simple thing of, do I like you? Do I not? And it does suck, because I do miss those days of like having a crush on a girl, and being just watching her from afar type deal, where you're just like, dang, man, she looks so cute today. And, you notice little things about her, like, oh, look, she got her nails done today. Or, oh, look, I just don't think that's a thing anymore. I could be totally wrong, though. If you guys out there have a crush, or somebody who is crushing on somebody, definitely let me know down in the comments, because I don't think people have crushes anymore. I just don't think they do. I don't think people really get to know a person of interest like that anymore. I think it's a very cut and dry, do I like you, do I not situation. And that does suck. It does suck. I don't know. I could be proven wrong, though. Let me know down in the comments. Definitely. What screams I have a crush on you? When I have a crush, I try to spend a lot of time with them. I'll stay even if the situation is fucking boring or uncomfortable. Facts. That is so true. Because honestly, for me, if I'm hanging out with a person that I have a crush on, for me, the situation's not boring just because they're there. You know, like they could be like, oh man, I'm so bored right now. And I'd be sitting there just like, I'm not, because I'm just hanging out with you. Because I'm the type of guy where even if we're just sitting down doing nothing, like I'm still chilling. You know, I love that when like a girl is comfortable enough to just be with me. We're not really doing anything. We're not doing much. We're just sitting and relaxing, and she just feels good. You know, I can't stand the whole I'm bored epidemic where it's like we always got to be doing something and we always got to be having entertainment in front of us and stuff. I love to just have that moment of like we're not saying anything to each other, we're not doing anything, we're just sitting and chilling. I don't know, maybe I'm an old man and that's kind of the reason why I'm like that, but I don't know. I've just noticed that a lot of women nowadays, they always need the excitement. There's always has to be something going on. I'm sure there are some women that are not like that. They look at it like, no, I can just kind of relax and chill. But yeah, I don't know. I've just seen that a lot, and I'm just like, damn, man, where the girls at that just want to lay in bed and we're just doing nothing? You know, we're doing absolutely nothing. We're just relaxing, just enjoying time as it goes by. But I get to spend it with you, and we're just good. We're just good. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird for that. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. You let me know down in the comments. What screams I have a crush on you? Anonymous person sending you snack baskets and stuffed bears in the mail. The unsigned card has old lady perfume sprayed all over it. Oh. Okay. I've never heard of someone sending like anonymous snack baskets. Usually it's like you could like put your name, you know, because that would arise more questions than answers. I'd be like, who is sending me this shit? Who knows all my favorite snacks? You know, like that would arise so many questions in me if I'm being real with you. Yeah, I would be like thinking to myself hard, like who could this be? You know, but at the same time, I'm sure whoever this mystery woman is, you know, she's taking my advice of, you know, the acts of service, because I would love to get a little snack basket from a girl that has a crush on me or whatever, you know, and it's got all my little favorite shits in it, whether it's just like gum and snacks or chips or whatever. I would be like, who is this girl, man? Who is this woman? Because I ain't going to lie to you. Girl, let me take you out. All right. Let me do two more and then we'll end this thread. What screams I have a crush on you? When they remember tiny random details you mention once and bring them up later like it's nothing. Oh, I do that all the time, bro. I do that all the time. I'm the type of dude where when I like a girl, I will remember like things that she's told me, and then I will bring it back up in later conversations to like let her know that, yeah, I really do know you. I really do listen, because I feel like a lot of guys don't do that. You know, it's weird because when I do it, a lot of girls are shocked and surprised, and they're like, oh, you remember that? And I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I, you know? Because you got to play it off, be nonchalant, like yeah, no, girl, what would you talk about? Of course I know that. What you mean? Come on now, you know? You got to play it off like you weren't like holding on to this piece of knowledge to bring it up later on, because that's exactly what it was. I was holding on to the piece of knowledge to then bring up later, so that way you would feel like, oh my God, come on now, we just playing the game out here. I'm just playing the game, you know what I mean? Don't hate the player, hate the game, you know what I mean? But yeah, I do that all the time, man. Whether it's like you told me in the past that this thing was your favorite thing or this movie was your favorite, or, you were talking about how you wanted to get this done, whether it may be a tattoo or get your nails done or get your hair done a certain way or whatever the case may be. I always remember these certain things and then I'll bring them up later on. That is another thing how I got a crush on you, because I do that all the time. Or I'll notice the little small things. Oh, look at you. You got your nails done. Oh, are you wearing a different perfume? Because it smells a little, it smells different. Yeah, I mean, I notice these little tiny things and I ain't going to lie to you, man. Girls like that. They do. Not all the time, but good amount of times they do. Oh, man. All right, we're going to get into our last one for this thread. What screams, I have a crush on you? I talk about them way too much to everyone. Like, I just got excited and nervous around them. I don't know. Feels like I'm a kid again and forgot how to talk to guys that are out of my league. Hey, man. I don't believe in the whole leagues thing. I really don't. I believe that there are, like, if a person is somebody that you actually get along with and you guys have a lot of common interests and things that you enjoy about each other, it doesn't matter if this person looks like this or this person looks like that, and they wouldn't look like a good couple. I really don't think that that's something that is a real thing. I just don't, because a lot of times when you're bonding with a person, it's mainly based off of things that you have in common, things that you enjoy together, things that you do together, stories and memories that you guys have made together on like certain hangouts, whether it be with friends or a group of friends, or you guys, one-on-one, but it was just kind of a friend hangout, not really a date. I think bonding over those kind of things are a lot stronger than if you guys look good together, in my opinion, because there's so many times where I've seen really gorgeous girls with weird looking dudes, or really handsome dudes with, derpy looking girls. But it's a thing where they got along with each other on such a deeper level of like memories and things in common and stuff like that. And that's why I just don't believe in leagues. A lot of people that believe in leagues, it's like, bro, you're holding yourself back from some really good people that would be awesome partners for you. But I think you're just too focused on this whole, oh, this guy is out of my league. Oh, this girl is out of my league. Oh, this guy is not in my league, or this girl is not in my league. It's like, bro, no. You're probably missing out on some dope partners that you would actually get along with, that you would actually be in a relationship with, that you would actually connect with on such a deep level to where sex would be just off the chain amazing. Yeah, I mean, and that's just the way it goes sometimes. And so when you have that level of like, you're talking about them all the time, and you can't wait to hang out with them the next time and all that good stuff. That's how you know you guys are in a situation where the relationship's going to go crazy, because you guys have all of these stories to talk about. You guys have all these common interests to talk about. You guys have all these experiences together to go off of. And that, I think, is what makes a good relationship, not necessarily the fact of, oh, do we look good together? Because don't get me wrong, looks are going to open the door 1,000%. I'm not going to stray away from that fact. That looks open the door, whether you're a guy or a girl. Looks will open the door 100%. But if you say the looks weren't all that there, but you did get to know them to a point where you're just like, yo, every time we're hanging out, we're laughing, having a good time. Every time we go and do these things that, we both enjoy, we have a good time, and it's so much fun. And you just have these kind of thoughts and memories about a person. Odds are that's your person. I ain't gonna lie to you. Odds are that's probably the person you should be with, just because you guys have that level of closeness. But, who am I? I'm just a guy rubbing his two pennies together. You know what I mean? So, all right. That's going to go ahead and be the end of that thread. Hope you guys enjoyed that thread. If you guys have a situation, or let me know what you guys are like when you have a crush on somebody. All right, let me know. I'd love to know what goofy things you guys do when you are having a crush on a guy or a girl. All right, let me know down in the comments. Let's hop into announcements and then get right into our scenarios, okay? So, patreon.com/Am I the Asshole podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show. As of right now, Sunday shows are exclusive to Patreon. I mean, not Patreon, I'm sorry. Exclusive to Spotify because we are finishing Lights Out. And until we finish Lights Out, then Sunday episodes will be exclusive to that. So, if you are interested on Patreon and you want to see what we got going on over there, go ahead and sign up for a 7-day free trial. That will give you full access to the Patreon for 7 days, absolutely free. And you can see, get a little glimpse of the content we have over there. If you guys want to enjoy a Friday episode and all that kind of stuff, definitely get on over there and check that out. All right. Audio listeners, thank you guys for all the support you guys have been showing. Thank you guys so much for all the downloads, as well as rating us 5 stars. Helps out a lot. It really, really does. And it's absolutely for free. And if it's for free, then it's for me. And if you want to help out even more on the free 99 side of things, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as YouTube. All right. All of that does help. You can also, if you're on TikTok or YouTube, we stream every Friday, Sunday, and Monday. So you guys can check us out there. Or if you enjoy watching streams on Kick or Twitch, definitely follow us over there on Twitch or Kick. We have made affiliate on Twitch, and I'd like to thank you guys so much for being a part of that journey. It took me only 8 months to be an affiliate on Twitch. So it feels really good to have made that milestone, and that milestone could only have come from you lovely people, all right? Coming out to the streams, enjoying them, hanging out, watching me be goofy and playing games, all right? So thank you guys so much for all that support. Without further ado, let's get on into today's scenarios. All right, our first scenario is, am I the asshole for telling my daughter her hygiene probably has something to do with the fact that she doesn't have a boyfriend? All right, so I, 43 female, have a daughter, 20 female, who is intelligent, compassionate, and very pretty. At her very young age, she has a job and she lives on her own without our assistance. But in recent months, half the time I am physically around her, I can tell her armpits. Okay. I'm physically around her, I can tell her armpits. Last Friday, she was complaining about not having a boyfriend. Even though she looked extremely pretty and professional as she's speaking, her pits were killing me. I told her the truth. I was soft and careful with my words, but she still called me cruel and hypocritical. Am I the asshole? No, you're not. Because you were flat out honest with her, if I'm being honest with you. I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, some girls, they feel like they can do no wrong, and because they are independent and got everything going for them, they feel like a guy should just naturally poof into their life and it's like, no. There are underlying reasons on why you don't have a boyfriend, and sometimes it's because you stank. You got to look at it like this. For a guy, he looks at it like a girl who isn't taking care of her hygiene is a girl that is not clean in the downstairs area, if I'm being honest with you. So we kind of look at it like, if you ain't taking care of your armpits, you ain't taking care of the coochie either. Let's be honest here. Your stuff must be all over the place, and we just ain't trying to deal with all that. And so again, it's like you gotta look at it like, if your hygiene is not taken care of, what else isn't taken care of? And it's the same way the other way around. Like if a dude has got some yellow teeth, or his armpits are stanking, or he's not, taking care of his appearance, say, his beard's all crazy and his hair is wild and all this, it's like the girl's going to look at that guy and be like, oh, if he's not taking care of his hygiene, what else isn't he taking care of? So to circumvent that, it's like, girl, you need to wash under your arms a little bit. Wear some deodorant. Wear some nice perfume. You know what I mean? Just take care of yourself. Because I don't think it's the fact that she's not showering. I don't think that's the issue. I think it's a simple thing where, one, she's not wearing deodorant. And two, she might just be a sweaty person. That is something that happens. There are people who are just kind of naturally sweaty. And so she does need to just kind of be mindful of that and wear deodorant and wear some perfume. You know what I mean? And just take care of that part of her, because I guarantee you she takes care of that. She get a boyfriend instantly. Because like you said, she's a very pretty girl, and she's got her shit together doing her thing, whatever the case may be. Yeah, cool. But yeah, you got to just look at it like, for a guy, he looks at it like, if you're not taking care of your hygiene, what else are you not taking care of? All right. And it's the same way with a dude. If y'all saw, a musty, dusty dude, you'd be sitting there thinking like, oh, if he don't take care of his hygiene, he probably don't take care of other things too. I mean, all right. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments though. Am I the asshole for not wearing a bra at work? I wouldn't think you're an asshole. I would just be enjoying the show. You know what I mean? I would just be enjoying the show, but let's get on into it. So, I haven't worn a bra in like 3 years. I'm only a B cup and I just find them uncomfortable. It's not like I'm wearing see-through shirts or anything, but I guess, yeah, if you look, you can see the outline of my nipple. I've been working at this job for almost 2 years and it's never been an issue, but yesterday an older coworker approached me and asked if I could start wearing a bra to work because she doesn't like me throwing my body around. I basically told her, yeah, sorry, but no. I don't even own a bra, and it's not part of dress code from what I've noticed. She huffed and walked off, but now I'm about to head into my shift today, and I'm getting anxious on if I'm in the wrong here. Am I the asshole for not wearing bras? I double checked the dress code. Definitely nothing mentioning a bra or even mentioning undergarments in general. Tops just can't have inappropriate photos / words, can't be cropped, and can't be off the shoulder. I spoke with HR. Not wearing a bra is not an issue as long as the shirt isn't see-through. They're speaking with my coworker. Yeah, I don't think you're the asshole at all, just because of the simple fact that it's your body and it's your comfortability. And if you want the outline of your nipple being shown on your shirt, that's your business, and at the same time, you can't complain if dudes are leering at you and looking at you. I this is a two-way street on this one. You know what I mean? Because I personally thought that was the issue, that, she wasn't wearing a bra and dudes are just staring at her and she feels like, oh, you shouldn't be staring at me just because I'm not wearing a bra. Well, it's like, bro, yeah, I'd be staring at your little nipples through your shirt. You know what I mean? Because I am an advocate of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, if I'm being honest with you. And as an advocate of the Itty Bitty Titty Committee, I would be looking at your nipples. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yeah, girl, I'd put your little B cups all in my mouth. I ain't got nothing wrong with that. But at the fact that this old lady over here talking about, oh, you should put a bra on because, we could see your nipples. Who cares? Then don't look. You know what I mean? If you got a problem with it, then don't look, Sharon, because I don't mind her coming in without a bra. You go, girl. I like looking at that chesticle all day. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't think you're the asshole at all. The dress code doesn't state that you have to wear a bra. You're not, being overly crazy about it. You're not wearing shit that's actively showing your what little cleavage you have. You know what I mean? I don't see a problem with it, if I'm being honest with you. I don't. It's just one of those things where you have to just, go through the right channels and right steps of it, which you did. You went to HR and said, hey, look, she's got a problem that I don't wear a bra. I don't got any titties anyway. You know what I mean? I'm not wearing anything that's showing anything off. I don't think I'm doing anything uncomfortable. Do you feel like I'm doing anything uncomfortable? And if HR is like, nah, you're not doing anything uncomfortable, she's just kind of being unreasonable, we'll have a conversation with her, then go with that. You know what I mean? So, but personally, I don't think you're the asshole. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. All right, on to our next one. Am I the asshole for giving my friend a vibe? Okay, I'm assuming that's a vibrator. Because usually when they say VIB, that usually means vibrator, but I don't know. We'll see. Hi, I, 19 female, am in a friend group with L, 19 female, J, 19 female, and S, 19 female. And friends and I often joke about sexual things and sometimes get vibrators together. Okay, yes, I figured that's what that was. Only 3 times in our 2 years of knowing each other, I once got L a set of lingerie as a gag gift for her birthday and decided to get S a vibrator as a gag gift for her birthday. My other 2 friends also thought it was funny, and when S got the gift, she thought it was hilarious. The problem comes when S shows her girlfriend, D, 20 female, the gift. D didn't like the gift and said it made her very uncomfortable. She said it felt boundaries were crossed. I apologized for the gift and said I purely meant it as a gag gift and didn't think once about it, or about the gift being used, because I genuinely just meant it as a gag. D also mentioned she thinks I didn't mean it as a gag gift. S didn't think anything bad and thought of it as a gag gift too. Am I the asshole? No, because the person that you bought it for didn't see the harm in it. All right, just because their partner feels uncomfortable about it. Look, I meant it as a gag gift. She knew that it was a gag gift. You can't go and throw your insecurities into this and act like this was some malicious act that I did towards your girlfriend. No, I meant it as a gag gift. She knew it was a gag gift too. The fact that you're insecure about that, that's on you. All right. Whether you guys use this vibrator or you throw it away or whatever it is, that is on you guys. I bought it as a gag gift. This was understood as a gag gift. So the fact that you want to be insecure and all that kind of stuff about it, that's not my problem. All right, that's not my problem. That's a you problem, and you deal with that the way you're going to deal with it. But you don't need to be coming to me with that bullshit when it was understood as a gag gift. Now, if she bought the gift and the girl, her friend, didn't take it as a gag gift and she really thought that, oh wow, you're buying me a vibrator, okay, then her situation or her thoughts on this would be valid in that point, because she didn't take it as a gag gift. She took it as like, what are you trying to tell me? And so then she would have some footing. But the fact that it was understood this was a gag gift automatically puts you in a situation of like, bro, no. Your insecurities on this situation are just throwing the vibe off, throwing everything off, dude. Go on somewhere with that. We all know it's a joke. We all know that it's for fun. You should too. The fact that you want to sit there and act like that it wasn't, that's a you problem, man. You know what I mean? That's a you problem. But that's how I take it. You guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, because you guys might think otherwise. You guys might think, oh no, the girlfriend is valid because think about it, what if a guy bought your girlfriend a gag gift and you didn't like it, but see, for me, even if like, say I had a girlfriend and her male coworker bought her a gag gift, bought her a dildo or something. And for me, I would look at it and I would be like, what the fuck is this? Why did he buy you this? And she said, oh, he likes to buy gag gifts. I would just be like, oh, okay. All right. If it's just a gag gift, it's nothing meaningful or anything like that, then I wouldn't have any problems with it because there is understanding between them two that it's a gag gift. It is what it is. I would throw it away. You know what I mean? Because obviously I'm not about to let her keep a dildo that a motherfucker bought her. So if you feel like, I'm not going to let her keep that vibrator that another girl bought her, then yeah, just throw it away. It's a gag gift anyway. Who cares? It's not like it's got sentimental value or anything. Just throw the motherfucking thing away. And it is what it is. Bada boom, bada bing. Now, if they have a problem with you throwing away the gift, I mean, okay, then that might be a little reason of like, what the fuck? Why? I don't want you to have this type of gift from, somebody else. Then I would be like, okay, hold on. That is where I would feel it's a little justified in that point, because sure, it's a gag gift, but if I'm uncomfortable with the gag gift, I'm not going to let you keep it. You know what I mean? Because at that point, I would feel like now this is just between me and my partner. I'm not putting any onus on the coworker guy that bought her the gag gift, or in this situation, the girlfriend that bought the girl a gag gift. I'm just dealing with this within our relationship, So, again, you as the person who bought the gag gift to your friend, as long as you and that girl understood it was a gag gift, they shouldn't have any animosity towards you. I don't think that's right to have animosity towards you, where you just bought a gift that was understood it was a gag gift. Confusing, I know, but you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, though. All right. Am I the asshole for calling out my cousin when she tried to blame her body odor on me? Oh. Okay, I'm an 18 female from Ontario, Canada, and my cousin, 19 female, is from Florida. I'm staying with her family in Florida. We were out at midday at a outdoor restaurant, and my cousin's boyfriend, 20 male, was to meet us. My cousin had a sweaty body odor, but she had an active day. The boyfriend kissed my cousin and she introduced us. At the table, he made a face when she was looking away, and my cousin tried to whisper to her boyfriend, but I heard her, "The smell is from my name." Oh, say pretty much what had happened was the boyfriend had made a face, and then her cousin whispered to the boyfriend, "Oh, it's her. She stinks." Let's see. Please don't say anything. I said, "The smell is not from me." The boyfriend got his nose closed to my cousin upper body and smelled her. He kissed her on the top of her head and told her it's humanizing when such a beautiful woman gets smelly. She laughed awkwardly on the ride back home. She told me that I unnecessarily embarrassed her. She said I broke the girl code. Am I the asshole? Bro, look, you could have owned up to the stinkiness. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't have to sit there and throw me under the bus. Think about it. Like, if I was sitting there and this bitch is smelly, and her boyfriend smells her and is just like, oh, because if I was the boyfriend, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd be like, babe, why'd you lie? You know what I mean? Why did you say that she was a smelly one when it's you? And I would have called, I as the boyfriend would have called her out. If I'm being honest with you, I would have called her out, because that's not cool. You know what I mean? Like, if you the smelly one, like, you're the smelly one. It is what it is, bro. It's not like you can't take a shower and poof, you're unsmelly. Like, bro, it's body odor. It's understandable. Everybody has BO. Everybody stinks after a long day. You know what I mean? Like, girls get boob sweat, dudes get ball sweat. It is what it is, man. We all stink to some degree. But what do? We go home and take a shower. Like, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Like, come on. Especially like she said in the scenario, she had a long day. She had a long day of doing shit, running errands, whatever it may have been. It's Florida. It's probably hot as hell down there and humid as fuck. So, again, it's a thing where just own up to it. It's like, oh, sorry, babe. That's me. I've had a long day. I can't wait to go home and take a shower. Because then the dude would have just been like, oh, no, it's okay, babe. Don't worry about it. You had a long day. Like, even the fact that he said, oh, that's very humanizing. Like, even a beautiful girl like you can stink. Like, he's understandable. He understands. I don't know why she felt the need to throw her cousin under the bus. Did she think that her boyfriend wouldn't be understanding? Did she feel like her boyfriend would have been like, no, I don't want to sit next to you? Like, what did she think was going to happen if she said that she was the one that was stinky? Like, bro, I would think regardless the boyfriend would understand if you were just like, oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry, babe, that's me. I had a long day. I'm kind of sneaky. Because then I felt like the boyfriend would have been like, no, that's cool. Don't worry about it. Like, when we get home, we take a shower. Like, I don't know. You guys let me know what you think about that one in the comments, because I personally do think that she is the asshole for throwing her cousin under the bus like that. Like, that's fucked up. How you gonna throw your cousin under the bus like that when you the one funky? You know what I mean? And you're funky for an understandable reason. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I don't know. You guys let me know. All right, this is going to be the last one for today's episode. You got this far in the episode. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love you. All that good stuff. Let's get on into it. Am I wrong for not paying more towards rent and bills? Okay. I live with my girlfriend, and when we moved in together, we agreed we'd split rent and bills 50-50. The idea was that if either of us couldn't afford our half, we'd revisit it, but otherwise we'd keep it even. Our salaries have been pretty similar up until now, with both of us bringing around 2,000 euros a month after taxes, which is more than enough where we live, as we're in a low cost of living area. And rent and bills only cost us 600 euros a month. Wow, that's nice. We both comfortably, that's 600 each. Okay. We're both comfortable on that and can save and still have money left over. I recently got a $500 a month pay raise after tax, and when my girlfriend asked what I plan to do with it, I told her I'd put most of it into savings. Plus, it'd be nice to have a bit more disposable income to do more things and get myself things that I want and to go on more dates, etc. She then asked if I'd consider putting more towards rent or bills. I told her I didn't see why I should, given that she can still comfortably afford her half. I reminded her of the agreement we'd made, but she said it doesn't feel fair that I wouldn't chip in more now that I am earning more. I asked why she thinks me getting a pay raise means I should automatically pay more, especially when she's managing fine with her half. She just repeated that it felt unfair. I told her I actually think it's unfair to get punished and pay extra because I've worked hard and got a bit of extra pay. Am I wrong for not paying more towards rent and bills after getting a pay raise? Now, I'm going to say this is how I'm going to tackle this, because there's a multi-layered reasoning for what is going on. Okay? So, on one hand, I do not think you're the asshole because you guys have that agreement. You guys agreed 50-50. You guys agreed that you would both pay it, and that if one person could not come up with their full side of the 50, then we would revisit things, we would hash it out, and we'd get it paid. Now, you got a pay raise. And you feel that it's unfair, that just because you got a pay raise and you worked hard, that you shouldn't break this agreement because you got more money. And you already explained to her what you would do with that money that you were getting extra a month. Now, here's the reality of things. All right. Most women do not want to go 50-50. I'm going to just be straight honest with you, all right? Most women don't want to go 50-50. They'll say they will just because, it sounds good and it sounds nice and all that kind of stuff. But deep down, no, women don't want to go 50-50. They don't. They want their man to be paying the majority, if not all of the bills. Let's be honest here. And so for her, she's always looked at you as you have ambition and promise to obviously make more than her and be more than her. Like, she sees that in you, she sees the potential in you. And so now that potential is being fulfilled in you, she looks at it like, ooh, now that he's kind of making more than me, he can like pay more of it. That's the whole her wanting a provider in you kind of thing. And so that's kind of where this is coming from in her. In reality, she never really wanted to pay 50-50 all that long. She was willing to do it for a short term, but she knew in the back of her mind that, oh, he's got the ambition and he's got the drive and the potential to make more than me. And when he does, then he can start taking on more of the bills and taking on more of that provider role. And that's her reasoning and want for you to take that money and to start putting it into bills, because that's what she wants. She wants a provider out of you. She wants a guy who is going to pay a majority of the bills. She may look at it like, I don't mind paying, a little bit, but I want you to pay more because I want a provider out of my man. I knew that you weren't in that position to pay the majority before, but now you are. And so now that you are, that's what I want out of you in this relationship. Now, I guarantee you it's going to get to a point where she's going to feel like, dang, my guy is not a provider. And since she's going to feel like my guy is not a provider, she's going to start to, I don't want to say resent the relationship, but she is going to have some unhappiness in the relationship to where she's going to feel like, dang, I got with him because I knew that he had the potential and I knew he had the drive to do more and be better and be that provider for me. And now that he is in the position where he can be and he doesn't want to be that makes me unhappy, because I'm not getting the provider out of him that I want. And I'm telling you, man, it's going to happen. It's going to happen, bro. I guarantee you, women don't want 50-50. And if they do agree to the 50-50, it's because they see the potential in you to be more than that. And then when you get there, then they don't want to do the 50-50 anymore. That's what it really comes down to. And so you're gonna be definitely experiencing some unhappiness out of her because of that. Because for her, that's what she wants. She's like, I want a provider out of my man. And if I'm not getting that out of my man, then what the fuck? I'm not happy. And so, yeah. But I understand your point of view where you look at it like, we agreed to this. This is comfortable for us. We're able to pay our bills, pay rent, and still be able to save money and go out on nice dates and all this kind of stuff. Like, what the heck is wrong? But again, I personally believe that she only agreed to this 50-50 because she saw the potential in you to make more and be that provider for her. And that's just what it comes down to, man. But again, you guys let me know what you think about it in the comments, as well as all of the scenarios we've gone over today. Again, thank you guys for all the support that you've shown on the show, all that good stuff, man, as far as all the downloads, as well as all of the, subscribing and coming out to the streams and, helping me reach affiliate and all that good stuff, man. I appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome for all of that. And yeah, man, I appreciate everything. Let me know down in the comments what you thought about everything. And I will see you on Thursday for another 2 chapters or so, maybe 3 chapters. I think I've been doing around 3 chapters of King of Wrath. Good book. I'm excited to see what goes on. I'm excited to see how... dude's kind of a jerk. I ain't gonna lie to you. Dude's kind of an asshole, but I wonder how they're gonna get together, I don't know. I'm excited. Anna Huang definitely likes to write these stories of like the guy is a brooding dick And then the girl is just like this normal, I'm just a girl. And, you know, they somehow find a way to fall in love. Like, dude is so irresistible, but he's a dick, you know? And they get together because when we read, what was it called? Twisted Love. When we went over Twisted Love on live stream, it was the same thing. It was the same thing. Dude was just like this broody dick, you know, and he was just an asshole. But homegirl she couldn't get enough. She couldn't get enough of him. She was like, oh, man, like, oh, I hate him because he's a dick, but I want his dick, you know? So, yeah, man. That's going to be it for me, though. I will see you guys on Thursday for our book. And, yeah, that'll be it. And peace.